Oh, we're live. Hello, hi. I totally wasn't playing off camera or anything. No, I wasn't making sure this stuff got smelted up. That's not what's happening. You're misinformed. I think I did the recipe wrong here. How do you make dark steel? Jeez, I think I did the recipe wrong. Oh, it won't let me put that in. Making the wrong stuff. Bananas in chat. Nacho Love. Ksaw00. The Buddy 114. Landscaper 92. Sharo Manaru. Pietro Duo. The Buddy again. Marley. Sorry, Darley. Mercaves. BG Monster X1 fan. Satanistic Angel. Balthazar. Landscaper 92. Just some of the people that are throwing in bananas into chat. And now some people are throwing in derp faces. I guess we've derped immediately. So, there you go. +1 derp. How do I check the recipe for dark steel? I think it's in here. Alloy smelter. Right, obsidian, pulverized coal, and iron. Obsidian, pulverized coal, iron. Let's make some dark steel, peeps. Hopefully that will come in useful at a later date. So, kicking this stream off where the last one left, we are trying to make an advanced Enderoy alloy smelter. Thank goodness that abides the rules. Oh, I must have had some already. Wait a minute, hang on, let's not get too carried away. Because we need that stuff for this. Yeah. We have made just the right amount of everything that we need. So now we need the other thing though. Let's just go grab it quickly. Enhanced dye blend. We have... Oh no! Oh no, down the rabbit hole! Oh jeez. Well, quartz powder, we got those stuff, it's just this here. So we need a sag mill, then we need a pulsating crystal. And that is something quite easy to make. So now we've got to make a sag mill. Oh, you know how it goes in this game. You know how it goes. Can I press... Oh, it'd be nice to press a button to go back there. We've got too many things open down here. I would like to see the sag mill. Oh, it's just in this big pile of blocks. We got a noise in the ear, it's G-Stav, resubscribing for 48 months, saying I love this pack, started it a bit after you on expert mode, and it's so good. Awesome, glad you're enjoying it, dude. I'm playing on easy mode, not expert mode, jeez. Cuplex says, ah yes, the sag mail. No, totally didn't spell that wrong, not at all. I'm gonna get rid of all this other stuff, we'll come back to it later on. Yes, so we can make an enhanced sag mill. You know I want to build that. I guess we should probably build the simple one for now. It just wants that simple little thing in the middle. It just wants some grains of infinity now. Well, let's go get some grains of infinity. Jeez. Do I even have a flint and steel? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Hey X, you Brexit affect you in near and far future, says the Arquela. I have no idea how Brexit's going to affect me. You know, it's really weird. Since the election, the news cycle for Brexit has just gone dead quiet. So I don't even know like when and what's happening, but I thought the deadline was basically supposed to be today, right? So maybe I'll tune in later today and see what's going on, you know. Finally caught one live, says Zach. Zach, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. When are you going to upload Hermitcraft, says Rally? Probably sometime next month. Like maybe in a couple of weeks, I'm thinking. But yes. Anyway, today in my community, there's been a big announcement that I am changing my community, shutting down an open portion of it. And I know some of you are sitting in chat and you want to talk about that. There'll be a time in this stream when we do that. I'm going to give it about 10 to 15 minutes to let people turn up over here. I've just noticed Twitch is telling me I'm not live, which is kind of strange. But we'll let... Oh, apparently we're leaving at 11 PM. And there's a countdown program. If I'm up at that time, Armored Monkey, I might tune in. Huh. Thanks for the info. Yeah, so anyway, like if you've got questions, I'll talk about it in a little bit more detail. Just not going to kick off the stream with that. Going to let people tune in. So about... you know, in about 10 minutes, let's say, because that's when I need to drink some tea. I've got a hot cup of tea right here. Okay, sag mill for the win. We'll chuck it onto our current power supply. Now we need to sag mill some pulsating crystals. Those crystals, they do pulsate. I heard that they pulsate. How many though? How many did we need? What are we trying to make again? I should have bookmarked the machine that we are trying to make, which is an alloy smelter. So that one right there. Let's add it. Let's go look at it. It is... Actually, no, it's that. It's already... The thing I need is already here. Right, so we need 4 of these things. Just 4 of them. Should be easy. You're telling me I've got none of these left as well now? Oh my word, it never ends, does it? At least they're simple to make. Iron ingots, ender pearls, make a whole bunch, forget about it. How's our redstone supply as well? It's ticked upwards. I remember it was about 7,700, right? So with this thing being relatively passive, we increase our supply of redstone continuously. Okay, we're booting these out of here and we're chucking in those. And we're getting close. Cheeky Panda says, no X, it's nuggets. Yes, but in order to get the nuggets, we've got to make the ingots. The Defender says, I have an ender pouch. We have actually used it in previous streams. We just got no need to use it right now, I guess. Mr. Raid, lol, says Manny Pender. 1 minute ago. I apologise. The noises in my ear that notify me of these events, sometimes I'm so engrossed I don't even see it. Norwegian artist? I like Norway. Thank you ever so much. I like art. 2 things I like about you. Thank you ever so much. I like the raid. 3 things. My goodness me. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Norwegian artist there in chat. What are we up to? Playing Minecraft? Is it a Psycraft raid? Are you from Psycraft? I'm seeing some Psycraft. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you ever so much, dude. I appreciate it. I'm sure you know I love the Psycraft community. Awesome group of people doing amazing things in Minecraft. That's what I like. If you come over here to watch me, though, you're going to see derpy things in Minecraft, okay? It's not quite the same. Thank you ever so much, dude. Truly appreciate it. And welcome all the raiders. We're playing Minecraft, but it's modded. And now I've got Rune of the Earth and Rune of Summer. But why did it give me 2 runes? I'm very confused. I've completely forgotten what we were doing over here. Completely forgotten. It was trying to make this flower. Rune of Summer, Rune of Fire. So maybe the Rune of Fire required the Rune of Earth? Well, we've got the Summer one, so that's... Maybe it gives you it back. It doesn't consume runes, says Talismancer. Oh, that might be it. So we make the new rune and we get our old rune back. Because we made 2 of those runes. Very interesting. That might have happened already and I just didn't spot it. Where'd my rune go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so to make the next one, we need the Rune of Summer, the Rune of Earth, and then some flowers. We are all ready to do it. Did I say Summer and Earth? Fire. Rune of Fire. The Rune of Fire. I actually can't quite remember how that goes in my head. That feels very wrong. Should definitely remember that of all songs. Okay. So, some people know what I'm talking about. Some people know. BG Monster fan, I may have a dead skin on related to Hermitcraft, but it's not a new episode coming soon, that's for sure. Average Martin, welcome to the stream. Not a problem if you are late, not a problem at all. I remember 2 of the flowers for that one. I think we already prepped the flowers, right? Wait, sorry, it was... Oh no, it was light grey, 2 yellow, 1 red. Light grey, 2 yellow, 1 red. So this thing right here, we take that, plop it down on the ground, grab ourselves a piece of bone meal, which we don't appear to have right now. Can I? Actually, I don't really want to waste that. Let's go grab some bone meal. Hey X, thanks for doing what you do. Your content makes my day better. Thank you for the lovely message, dude. Glad you enjoy what we do. Arntorius says, I play expert, just arrived to bragging rights. Don't know about the normal recipes. Bragging rights, eh? I play for fun and base building. That is my approach. Why don't I just bring a whole stack and leave it over there? Jeez, I mean, I'm constantly using it. Jeez. Not very efficient just to leave it over here, is it? Also, we are accumulating what is potentially now junk. All this junk in my trunk. Hup Flopper, glad you like the base that we're doing in this series. It's been fun, hasn't it? We're going to keep expanding it, that's for sure. It's going to get bigger and bigger. And then we do that. And now we've got 4 of these. So, over here. What? What are you doing? Okay, then the runes. That's everything, right? That looks right to me. Light grey petal, yellow petal, red petal, fire, summer. What did I get wrong there, peeps? What did I get? Couplet says wrong block. Oh! Oh, petal apophora. Oh, right, yeah, got ya. How do I get them back? Oh, I need another one. And another one. Okay, we got them all back. So that means I need a bucket of water. And then I need some seeds as well, right? That's how I remember this thing working. So in you go. And that one. And now seeds, that's it. Hey, we got it. We got the one that likes food. Now what do? I don't even know what to do. I'm going to plop it down over here. And I'm going to give it some food from my inventory. Oh, it's eating it. It's literally eating it. So now, let's go... No, not like that. I also don't know what way around that should be. So does that mean the mana is now coming over here? Have some more food. It's eating it all, and now we're zapping power over here. Nice. Cobleg says, read the book. Do you know what? We'll do a little bit of book reading right now. We got a noise in the ear from Spatillas, resubscribing for 6 months. Thank you ever so much for half a year of support, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it ever so much. Now, where in the book we are looking for those flowers. That's what we're looking for. Okay, can only digest a single food at any given time. The mana is created when done. Interesting. So you have to give it one bit at a time. Right. Interesting. So when I gave it like half a stack of food, we might have wasted it, you know. So we don't want to give it stacks, that's for sure. Or does it? Because it says 2 apples here. Oh! Feeding it the same type of food multiple times will now result in each subsequent one producing less mana. So we can't just feed it the same type of food over and over again. Sounds like we've got to shuffle it back and forth between food types. That's kind of annoying. I'm going to put away the Botania stuff. Botania is not part of the plan today, but it's nice to know that we got that flower and then found out that it would require another food source. I mean, maybe rather than giving it this, we give it the 4 ingredients. They could be used for that project as well. Except this thing is guzzling it all up, so... I'm not sure if we should lock it or... I think it's actually locked now. 2048, so this stuff might start to back up. Potentially it backs up in there first. I'm not sure. What it might do is it might end up when that's full putting the stuffed aubergine somewhere else. I didn't think of that. Is that how it works? Uh-oh. So it's produced more than I would have liked. So when that's full, it keeps putting the thing into the system. It's actually not what we want. Therefore, I'm going to put a redstone signal on it and it's going to stop working now. So we can let that be for now. I mean, we've got more aubergines than we're probably going to use, so that's fine. We don't have to worry about it. Next thing I believe to do is to go get our pulsating nuggets. Yep, takes a while to make those, doesn't it? What we'll do now that we're moving into Ender IO territory, is get some more compacting drawers and start to put them in these slots. We're going to put you in there first of all. Very nice. Then over here, this recipe, a little bit easier. I remembered that there were 4 of these we needed to make, and we now got a sag mill to do that with as well. It's a simple sag mill because I'm lazy. How long has he been on for, says Scoobs McGee. We've been live for 16 minutes now. And I'm going to have a sip of my tea. And that's why Ender Flames are easier, says the CC Monster. Well, isn't that one like not going to produce a lot of power though? Like we need to get one of the higher up ones. I don't know. How will you connect the power generators to your base? Probably going to use RF tools, but we need to get into a little bit more Ender IO first. That's kind of what I'm focused on at the moment. There we go, got our grains of peasiality, or whatever on earth that thing was called. That allows us to make our blend over here. We get 4 rounds of it, and that allows us to make this beast. Enhanced machine chassis. Didn't we make that? What did we make? Industrial. Did I not make it yet? Oh, we made that, and that's actually sitting there in my inventory. Gotcha. Gotcha. So over in our alloy smelter, we're going to have to switch to this stuff. So we're still not there yet. Still not there. It's very slow. Kublik says, well, the whole point of generating mana is to automate it on a large scale. All the flowers are designed to incentivize automation rather than a one-off thing. Well, I didn't even know how to turn mana into RF at the moment, so I'm not particularly interested in it. Should I type the entire B-movie script, says XVBYY? I mean, that's probably going to be a lot of text and probably not going to... You're going to hit the character limit. Excuse me. X, just look at the last recipe in Basalt's uses to see how you craft AE2 facades. The last recipe in Basalt's uses. I don't really know what you mean by that. Mana flux field. Point a spreader at the block and attach an RF wire to the block. Oh. Mana flux field. We can make that already. Cuplex, you should have told me this. Jeez. It's so simple. Well, no, it probably isn't, is it? It's probably way more complicated than that. Okay, let's go ahead and finally make our top end alloy smelter over here. Enhanced alloy smelter. You know what we didn't have to do? We didn't have to make those special things. And they were actually pretty easy to make. So, that wasn't too much of a big deal. Okay, now that we got this, I'm going to put it here. It looks like it takes up a block and a half. And it wants a capacitor of all things. Let's go find it one. Let's see. Global energy, 0.5 combustion generator. Huh. Energy buffer soul binder. I don't know. I think that's like a soul binder is a block that it will give it a perk to. Maybe the combustion generator is another one. But we will get this thing up and running now with this. And it's full. Whoa! 1.7 million. Oof. But this thing is handling it. It can handle that. No problem. Not a problem really, is it? All over here seems to be just fine. I'm guessing what we might see is more More redstone getting consumed. It seems good. It seems entirely good. So this system can handle a pretty large drain at the moment, but it's going to have to do it for a while. That is superb. Now what are we going to smelt in here? There was a reason I needed this smelter. I know what it was for. If we go to thermal and then go to upgrades, I'm pretty sure it's to make this stuff over here. No. That stuff? Alloy smelter. I mean, it says we could make it in the small type, so sand and endium base. No, maybe it was this one. There was a step that required this specifically. Or maybe I just decided I wanted to do things faster. Either way, we need to craft a chest plate and then we need to head out of here. I got a plan for something to do while we have a chat. I'm going to make an emerald chest plate. You know, why not? It's green, it's fancified. It looks pretty cool if you ask me. Look at me. I'm Swish. I'm Swish. That reminds me of Let's Get Swifty. Let's not get swifty, people. Come on. Okay, I'm going to put that back over Britannia. These things are all going to go into here as we're tidying up. And then we're going to put some things in our backpack. And then we're going to craft a couple of things. Actually, they're already in my backpack. So we're going to go on a little adventure while we have a chat. I do want to make some more cardboard boxes, though. And over here, we're going to chuck in those things, chuck in these things, chuck in those things everywhere. Kill them with kindness. Slushy Animation is here, resubscribing for 4 months, saying, hope you and everyone on the stream has a wonderful day. Thank you for the lovely message, dude. I appreciate your attitude. I hope you have a wonderful day yourself. So far, I've had a decent day, you know. Decent day. Did kind of strain my neck a little bit whilst working out. And to be fair, for the most part, I feel like it's gone away. Ooh, ow. Maybe not. It feels like one of those ones I won't wake up tomorrow in agony. I'm not sure. Okay, that stuff. I don't know why I was typing in cardboard. Right, now if we could come back with 6 witch spawners, that would be amazing. Let's just pretend for a minute that we're going to find... whoa, way too many, because that's kind of like cheap to make, right? Hang on, what's the recipe is what I'd like to know. So, what are we putting this into? A sawmill? Just put in some logs by the looks of it. I wasn't even aware I had a sawmill. Or maybe we pulverized it. Let's check this out. Pulverizer? That's the way we did it, isn't it? And you get 8 from 1, so that's 2 more. Well, let's do... I don't know, a whole bunch. Yeah, why not? Just eventually I'll use it all, right? Stellian, if you'd like to reiterate that person's point to me on Discord, and if any of my staff want to reach out to me on Discord, I want to answer questions about what's going on, so just looking into chat, I'll be answering questions from chat as well. Just going to finish this tea first. Then we're going to go on an adventure and look for more witch spawners is the plan. And that's why we're taking lots of these with us. Oh, they stack into 16, do they? Interesting. Well, there's a good point. Once we've got them, they're going to fill up the inventory pretty quick, aren't they? So that will do. And also, I might want to take some drops of evil with me. What we need to do is make the mob killing chamber where we can just automate creating wither skeletons and have them get killed. Ollie95XZ is here resubscribing for 44 months, saying, and resubbing yet again. Yeah, it was just a day or two ago, wasn't it? What I wanted to ask you, did you go see Dimmu Borgir this month? I went to see them, and although it was mostly the same set list as with Creator, it was still great. And I was lucky and caught a drumstick. Wow. I kind of wish I had gone, but I didn't, just because the set list with Creator... Well, the set lists weren't bad. I felt like they play a little too much of their abracadabra new stuff and not enough of the stuff I really love. So maybe it weren't so bad. Must have been a short set then as well. Yeah, I'll probably catch them next time perhaps, but yeah, I missed it. First time I've missed them coming over here. I just wasn't impressed with the show at Creator. It just felt like they were past it, but yeah, maybe I should have gone. Right. Okay. Whew. Taking a bed with us. Although, didn't I make a sleeping bag? You know, I should probably just stick with the vanilla way of doing things sometimes. Sleeping mat. Right, let's go on an adventure. We're going to go look for those huts. And while we do this, we're going to talk about my Discord server and my plot world, which today I closed the doors of. The Discord server is still going to be there for patrons and Twitch supporters, people who subscribe to me on Twitch, etc. That part of the community is going to stay intact. People have, you know, given me their money in a sense in exchange for that, as well as streaming or just supporting me on Patreon. So I do want to keep a smaller community there of people who have, you know, committed to me in that sense. But I have therefore closed the rest of the server. So what happened today was we shut down all the public channels, we opened up some explanatory channels, and we closed down the plot world. Now, for all the plot world people listening, firstly, I apologise for the sudden nature of how things have happened, and obviously it's sad that we're shutting down the plot world server. It's sad to see it go, but it's kind of time for me to move on. It's time for like a bit of a new chapter, so to speak. You will be able to get any of your builds you've done on there. If you did it on someone else's plot, if you did it on your own, you will have access to these things later on. The plot world will return in a build only kind of mode. Sorry, not a build only, you know what I mean, a read only mode. You'll be able to fly around, look at stuff, and then you'll be able to download the plot as you see it. So if you worked on something, if it was someone else's build, we want to make everything on there accessible to everyone so they can get a schematic, download it, and be able to take their projects on to the next chapter. Next chapter, next thing that they're doing. So, the other thing I want to say is the plot world absolutely has been an incredible part of this YouTube journey. It really has. The opening up the Discord and making it public was a lot of fun in the beginning, but it was a way for me to try. This is a gorgeous biome, by the way. This is a very interesting biome. It's a way for me to, you know, continue doing this public community, but it ended up becoming a bit too much. So this announcement was obviously sudden, and if you go over to the Discord and you look for those channels, there is explanation from me and instructions on what to do for the plot world. Now the plot world is currently offline, and we got all the things in place to allow you to download these schematics, and we're going to bring it back online in 1.13.2 in, you know, maybe a handful of days to a week. And if you did or didn't know, we were actually in the process of updating to 1.13.2. It had taken us a long time to work on that, and I just had to say to the staff, look, I've come to this realization that I need to close this thing down and move on, and, you know you've put a lot of hard work into getting this thing ready for an update, but we just have to, I need to do this for myself and kind of end it here. So as it says on the Discord server, it was a very self-centered decision. I had to do something knowing that really this decision was entirely about me and what I wanted. So to give you a little bit of backstory, the community first started in 2013 with the XPD, which was Asuma's plot world domain, and it was quite honestly one of the most amazing experiences that I am really, really fond of to this day. Starting up a community with people who watched my channel. It might be all a bit too common today to go to a channel and find out they've got an extended community, a Discord, a server. Back then it was quite novel for me, and I didn't bring my my backpack thing, did I, for that really? Yeah, it was quite novel, and I absolutely loved it. It was at a time when I spent a lot of my time tinkering around in test worlds doing redstone creations, and then I got to meet lots of really cool and wonderful people who were watching my videos and playing Minecraft. Lots of collaboration going on. It was really quite something, and I used to be on there every day in between making Hermitcraft episodes, and it was a really great experience. And then sometime after that, we tried to get even more ambitious. We teamed up with DocM. We tried to do the Respawn network, and unfortunately, trying to kick things up to that level was very difficult. And it didn't last very long, as I'm sure some of you who might remember those days know. But both me and Doc, you know, still friends today, even after trying such a ambitious project and having it, you know, collapse on us. It was very, very difficult time, difficult to do that kind of thing. But it too was an incredible experience. We made, you know, PvP games and brought together an even bigger community. It was just wonderful. People in chat are telling me about the expanded inventory. Thank you. I totally forgot. I always do. We need to find some flat area if we're going to get more of these witch huts together, right? 17 is Lucky says the Respawn network was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of hard work as well behind the scenes from a lot of people, and it kind of fell apart. So in the ashes of that, we kind of rebranded the community. I think it was then just called Asuma's Plot World. You know, the community has actually had a few different names over the years, and with each iteration after, I think, the Respawn network, my participation started to diminish. You know, in life you're not going to be doing the same thing forever. I started to pick up different hobbies and interests and family commitments and whatnot, and so my time got pulled away from that thing where this community started, and that was just, you know, being on this plot world every day, playing with the peeps around me, having a great time. But I always wanted to uphold it and keep it going. I always wanted to keep this community that we had created, keep giving it a home and keep the ball rolling, so to speak, even if less people were interested and it was a smaller thing than it once was. Rapan says, I still don't understand why. What was the problem with letting the plot world run besides money? The only reason for closure would be spare him a couple of bucks. How it looks and sounds like. Rapand, I'll get to that in just a moment. Money was not really a motivation at all. So let me continue with the story. You know, with each iteration, I was going in a different direction, but I wanted to continue to uphold the community. And then Discord was becoming a big thing. It was a place to have your community. We decided to create an open Discord server. I was always looking to get involved with the community and, you know, do those things, right? Keep evolving it, taking it in a new direction. But at one point, I kind of realized that where my time had been taken away from this, I was still kind of committed to doing community stuff, but I never really participated in it. And so I made some attempts to get more involved by creating channels that were related to topics I was interested in, like myth busting and snapshots. But, you know, it was kind of something I would dabble in for a little while and then forget about as I, you know, had other commitments and things. And I actively try not to get distracted by social media and end up reading stuff, and my commitment to the community had me doing that. And anyway, it kind of led up to this point where I still had this role of getting people together, talking, organizing, managing, and it just kind of hit me in December, which was very busy for me because I'd spent a lot of time working on videos. I had a lot of other things going on in that month, and I was just kind of exhausted, and it just kind of caught up with me, and I realized that you know, I kind of needed to move on from this. Like, it was taking up my time, and I was no longer really a part of the community, and I wasn't getting a lot of joy from it either. It's kind of like a bit of a been there, done that thing, right? Like, I'd really enjoyed my time with the community back in the past, and then slowly over time, you know, I'm less and less involved, and it just didn't really make sense for me to be a part of it anymore, which was sad. And it's sad to say that because I had so many great experiences on the plot world, but that's essentially what it boiled down to. I hit this tipping point, and I realized I kind of need to stop doing this because I'm spending so much time, and it's not even like a crazy amount of time, but the time that I'm spending has become just more of like burdensome and stressful, and I need to move on. I think I need to just say I'm no longer going to be committed to doing this public side of my channel, and I need to basically pull the plug on it. And because I had this month off and then I was going to get back into things very soon, I kind of had to rush things along a little bit. I had to rush my staff. We had meetings, we tried to make as many considerations as we could, given that we were doing something quite drastic, pulling the plug on our community. I knew that was going to hurt people's feelings. There are people here who formed friendships and had like a great time, a great history in this community, and I was pulling it for my own needs essentially, and that's just kind of what I had to do. I had to do it for myself. And if you go and read the reasoning behind, that's a very good find by the way, behind why I did what I did, I basically put it out as clear as I could. I know it was a selfish decision, it was just what I had to do. So today we pulled the plug on the plot worlds and on the public Discord server. Rapan says, sell off the plot world so the community can live on. There are 60 plus members in a new plot world Discord that would love to continue it. Well, that is something that can be discussed. A lot of people have put in hard work and effort to that plot world, and just saying yes to handing it over to someone else is probably not the smartest of decisions, just because, you know, everyone who's been involved in it has feelings and thoughts on it, and they need to be considered, and they need to be sort of thought through and figured out what's the best way to move forward. It sounds like a good idea when you say it out loud to pass it on. There may be some reasons people can bring up not to do that, but we are providing everyone with downloads of their schematics. So if there was a new community that wanted to emerge out of my old one, you'd have my support in doing that. I couldn't vouch for who's running it if I didn't know them or anything like that, but I could certainly say that I agree with the spirit of that idea to continue it on. Yeah, so let's turn it over to all of you with... Actually, no, one more little point I just wanted to say. Another reason the way we did things we did, which was rather quite clinical and sharp, you know, just today, all of a sudden closing it down at a certain time in the day, that was mainly because I was kind of operating from a bit of a fearful mindset to do with backlash, and I knew people would be emotional, they would get upset, and they have every right to feel upset. Not trying to take that away from them or anything. I didn't want to announce anything in advance and leave like a big sense of drama or having discussions and arguments inside the community as we knew it was coming to an end. I really didn't want to foster an environment like that, so that's why it happened very suddenly. And you know, I've seen some people have been rather emotional and upset, and I've also seen that some people have been really mature about it and sent me kind of nice messages. I kind of expected every range of response. I don't know what one to send these to. I think this one is our master input. I kind of expected, you know, any type of response you could get, but I think I was operating from the mindset there would be more upset and angry people than there would be supportive and positive. And that, you know, people have every right to be angry and upset. It's an emotional response, I get it. And that is the reasoning behind why I decided to do it so suddenly. So I think those are all the things that I wanted to touch base with. I'm going to turn it over to chat for a moment and see what people in chat have to say. It sounds to me like friends aren't gone. Such a large network of people, there's already 60 in a Discord, the bonds stay strong, just need a place to play. Yeah, there you go. And, you know, the Discord is going to remain online for a while. There will be access that you have to everyone else in the server. If you want to message someone you know and say, hey, you know, we were friends here, hanging out in chat, do you want to keep in touch? You're welcome to do that. In fact, I highlighted that in my announcement so that, you know, people will be aware that yes, we're closing the doors, but you should still be able to keep in touch with people. To those tuning in, asking what is happening, I've closed down my plot world server. Slil J Mart says it's not about plots and builds, it's about community and friends. Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I hope that by leaving the server open with the list for people to access will help you guys, you know, move on to a new community. Thick Mustard says, like ripping a band-aid off, hurts initially but over quickly. Yeah, there's probably some truth to that as well. Like, it'll feel raw and stuff, but I'm sure with time people will realise, hey, you know, it's happened and it's time to move on. Buzzer Bearers says, just curious, was an attempt made to transition to you essentially no longer being involved with that Discord/server? No, I didn't want to hand it over somewhere else. I wouldn't be comfortable with that. if it's got my name slapped all over it and I've built it, like, it's my responsibility, and I wouldn't feel comfortable just giving a giant community of people over to someone else. That just instinctively doesn't feel quite right to me. Milk chocolate, eh? Void charm, eh? Yeah, I don't know which of these are valuable anymore. Anyway, no witch spawners. Tobert's Game says, how hard is it to make and maintain a plot world? Well, for our staff, it's been a lot of work, and as someone who's had an insight into how teams of programmers and whatnot work together, you know, this was not a pro operation. This was a casual thing, people putting in their own time and effort, and it can be quite difficult to organize teams of people. Some teams work more efficiently than others, and you know, the team that we have are great people, and it was about, you know, us being a group of friends doing this together, more so than trying to assemble the world's most efficient team, right? So it just went at the pace that it went at, and I supported them doing what they're doing because I knew they put their time and effort into it. And there were lots of like technical issues and weird things that crop up that when you think it's just like, oh, you know, put up a server and put the plot world plugin on, all these other complications arrive. There's additional demands and features that you might not be aware of that require people's time and effort to fix and upgrade, and it was a long process, and they've been working on it for like over a year, and then I just kind of had to pull the plug on it, you know. So it's not really about that. Calamo says, well, it didn't work the first time, did it? The 1.13 announcement was as rushed as this will probably have the same effect. Maybe there could be the slightest communication between us. Alas, every step you have taken around these important changes are made as a plain coward. Well, you're being blunt and candid there, and you know, I appreciate that. I don't see what I did as cowardly. I just see it as me owning up to the reality that this community just doesn't have my commitment, and I need to take my time away from it and put it into other things at this point in time. It was definitely rushed. It was definitely a hasty decision, but it was just, again, because of these mounting commitments I have with other things going on in life. It was kind of like, I looked at the situation, it had caught up with me a lot. It was like I had a realization moment where I was like, I'm not really enjoying this anymore, and I kind of need to scale it back a lot. And we finally got a witch spawner. And so that realization made me look at the situation and go, you know, I need to do this soon because I'm not going to have time to deal with these things before long. And yeah, if I'd have realized it sooner and had more time to plan and prepare, perhaps it could have been a lot better, right? But it wasn't. I didn't have that time to prepare and plan, and so it is what it is. And if people are upset, you know, I totally get it. I get it. Kagu Himi says, there are times when you need to make a decision for yourself. There will be many who agree and disagree with you. You're running a server. It's not easy, together with you being a streamer and content creator. Still J Mart says, are you and the admins planning on releasing the source code of old abandoned projects to the public, such as bridge walls and point runners and custom parts that are added for the plot world, for example? Could be very useful for people that are trying to continue them. Yeah, it could be. I don't know what will happen with that, but that's a fine suggestion, something that we will, I'm sure, discuss at a meeting if we want to make old things open source. I know Sherpa wanted to make some of the things he was working on open source, and I think I didn't quite understand the benefits of things being open source. I kind of looked at what we had built as our intellectual property more than open source being beneficial for Sherpa and for other people. This is really interesting, this. What is it? They're like giant cogs. Is there something inside? Or are they just giant cogs? They appear to just be giant cogs. Yeah, so the possibility of something becoming open source is there. And is that another one? That looks like it's part of a village. Yeah, this is like the ideal place to find some of these because it's all flat and open, but I'm not seeing them. Okay, Mahelvin says, this seems to be a recruiting theme among content creators. For example, the YouTube channel Counter Arguments just released a video yesterday with a similar message. People get burnt out on projects. You can't be expected to devote a lot of time to something you're no longer passionate about. By and large, online communities understand this and are supportive. The good ones anyway. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people here who are clearly supportive. And if you're not, I'm going to guess it's probably because, you know, it's quite an emotional thing if you're attached to the community in any way to then have it ripped out from underneath you. But yeah, like it's kind of like a burnout thing for me. But the thing with burnout is it's an interesting one, burnout, because you can get burned out on something that you still enjoy doing. And for me, with the plot world, I don't really enjoy doing that process anymore of going on and tinkering with Redstone. And I'm very nostalgic though for all the people who did that with me at the time. Like what we created, we had this wonderful community of loads of people playing together at the same time, tinkering. Used to fly around and just explore, teleport to people, see what they were up to. It was really inspiring, but things change and move on, and it was just no longer what I was interested in. I wouldn't really call it burnout. Not quite the same effect, but an interesting comparison nonetheless. We've got a noise in the ear. It's Graceful here with a donation saying, here's to the end of an era. I've been moderating on the plot world since 2016 and I've loved every aspect of it. If anyone here wants to reach out and connect with the group, they can DM me on Discord. So proud of all my friends. Well, Grace, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that gesture. And yeah, if anyone wants to reach out to Grace, Grace is obviously a mod on the plot world, as she's just stated, and it's clear people want to continue on together as a community, and you'll have my support. I can't guarantee that everything requested can be delivered, i.e. giving the plot world. There might be a complication with that. For example, pretty sure the plot world is like at least 40 gigabytes, which you know, if we provided it as a world download, most people won't be able to open it as a world in a Minecraft client. I could be wrong about that. I'm assuming that's what it's like. But yeah, like, you know, we will consider everything, discuss it, and we will figure out pros and cons and reasons why we should or should not do this thing or that thing. That's how we operate, right? Try and think it through as much as you can before just rushing into a decision. So although these things sound good, we would discuss them through, you know. Cutlass says, let me give my opinion. What you did was the best option out there. When I first became more active and prominent in the supporter and patron community, I absolutely loved it. I met like-minded people and it was a tight-knit community. I know I would be upset on the whole supporter community was discontinued, but I'd move on. 2 years ago, with the opening of the community, I felt that it was less safe to sow controversial opinion. Closing of the community was good. Yeah, like when you join something and it's new and fresh, it's really fun, and sometimes it's difficult for things like that to be sustained. In a way, it's kind of crazy that Hermitcraft, for example, is still fun after all these years. There might be a point in the future where something similar happens with that and I want to move on and do something different. You never know. It's always sad when it happens, but it's just kind of what I got to. Right, I want to hop over to my my staff now. They've shot me some messages. I asked them to. Mr. Polymath, I would let people do that themselves for now. Again, that's something we should discuss first properly before doing. Okay, so Pepin asked, I understand the decision, but it happened without warning. So why such a sudden change without time between announcement and closing? So I've already kind of answered that, but I'll reiterate it again. It's a feeling, right? You're committed to something, you're doing it over and over again, and then at one point you kind of realize that the direction isn't going to change. That's kind of how it happened. I realized one day that this isn't going to start going in the other direction. It's not going to get better. It's going to continue to just be you know, this commitment that I'm struggling to fit in. And so with that, I then had to look at how much time I had to make it happen, and it wasn't a lot, because January I'm working on my house, but over that time I can kind of figure things out, right? Have some meetings, discuss things. and then February, before long, I'm back into the grind again. So it was kind of like that. And then I said the reason for having a kind of light switch, what do you call it, light switch? The flick of the light switch decision that we just turned everything off today was, again, a bit motivated by fear of like a backlash. And if anything, it might have created its own backlash. But I think if we had told people that everything was going to close, then we would have just created an environment where that would be the discussion, and there probably wouldn't have been a lot of fun to be had anymore. People would just, be upset and angry and constantly talking about it, was kind of what I saw. So that's the reason why I did that. I don't know if it were wrong or right. A lot of things like this you have to learn from as well. Maybe I'll find myself in a similar situation one day. It looks like my xisumatwo base right there. And I might go, hey, I did this with the plot world, and why don't I try and do this thing a different way? That might be something that happens in the future, I don't know. This is going to have spawners in it, but I don't think which spawners, so I think I might just bookmark this. Ziggurat. Probably spelling it wrong, right? So, all we got was one witch spawner. Can we please get some more witch spawner? It would be nice. No offense, but you were not online a part of the plot world the last 2 years. What difference does it make for you? I still don't get it, says Rapand. Well, because it's in my name. It's my responsibility to keep it running, and I'm a part of making decisions and, being involved in organising what's happening. I think maybe the bigger part to understand is that it's in my name, right? If you put something in your name, you're going to want to be involved in how it's run. Even if you're not really a part of it, because it's attached to you. If I didn't have any say in what the plot world was going on over there, and I just let it do its thing, and maybe some sort of havoc or drama or something happens over there, and it's kind of all in your name. So I put my name on this thing, I made a commitment to keep it running, and that had to come to an end for me. Which spawner would you like more of, says Average Martin. The witch spawner. Oh, which spawner? This spawner. Hey, don't open that chest. Okay, that is terrific. We now have 2 of them. Let's make sure we get that back in here. We got it. So we got 2. Yep, just 2 so far. Was there anything good in here? I'll take the mana steel, It's fine, X. Everything that comes to an end at some point, says Surprise T. That is very true. All good things come to an end, right? And it may not have been done the best way, but I've tried to be candid and explain the situation and my reasoning and thought process behind why I did it the way I did. And it is what it is. Maybe if I had loads of free time and whatnot, I might have planned some big closing party event and had fun with it, but I didn't have time for that either at all. It's been a mad scramble working on my house, and it's still got loads of work to be done. Whew. When will you post next Hermitcraft, says Melon Boy? After I finish the last set of things to do on my house, then that's when I'm going to be like getting back into recording Hermitcraft. I'm hoping a week to 2 weeks. Shouldn't be more than that. Yeah, I want more of these capacitors though for our machines as we get going. Dudes, please. Zazzy Lavender says, hey X, modded? Cool. Cool it is. We are definitely doing some modded. Alright, I think we're going to get back into it and maybe move on from that for now. Pick up the zombie spawners. I don't think I need them, right? Do I need the zombie spawners for something? Can I change them into different spawners? You're probably going to tell me that, aren't you? You're going to tell me I can change it into something else. What way is home? That way. Okay, let's start going back. Hopefully, maybe by not going the same way we came, so we can still find stuff. We got Huggy Bear 30 subscribing for 5 months, saying, I love Hermitcraft. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I love Hermitcraft too, of course. Thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. Appreciate you using that on me. I was watching, was it Wells Knight's stream yesterday after we raided him, and he did this whole Prime rant. So I thought I'd pass on what he said. It's a good point. Peeps, if you have Amazon Prime, you can use it to subscribe to someone on Twitch. And if you don't use it, that Prime will never get used for anything else again. And it doesn't auto-renew. And these things right here are going in my thumbnail. If there weren't fart bubbles, that was. Yeah. Right, now I don't want to die. And I think I got us a thumbnail. Oh, jeez. What do they drop? Oh yeah, I can wreck these fools pretty easy, right? You foul beasts. I think they're trying to give me their brains. Let's have a look. No, was it just rotted flesh? Oh! Easy, fella, easy. Yeah, it was just zombie brains. Okay, let's eat, let's sleep. Pebin says, yes, I'll move on, but now I'm pissed. I understand, dude. I'm sorry to make you feel that way. I hope you can understand it was just something that I had to do for myself. Okay, and as I've stated the many different reasons and thinking behind the way I chose to do it, that's just the way I had to make these decisions, you know. There'll be other things in life, don't worry. And there is another community forming as well. Right, so what are we going to talk about now? Jeez. I just don't know. Okay, Domino's Special. That is food, and we want food types. We want different types of food. Where's home? Let's keep going there. And let's keep an eagle eye out, peeps. If you see one in chat, let me know. The music you chose for pre-stream, says Eva Portrait. That was FKA Twigs with Cellophane. Really enjoyed her records. How is your home coming along, says Wowful Carp. Done a lot of the decorating, and now it's lots of other things like rearranging equipment and installing shelving, and there's, yeah, just like this lag of jobs kind of left. Hey, I hear ya. Oh, my favourite, the witch, the one and only. No, not another one. I said the one and the only. Okay, let's go ahead. We got no space anywhere now. I think I had a bit more space here. Yeah. I didn't want to put certain things in there in case they got destroyed somehow, so let's just put some junk in that trunk. You know? Oh, those Ender IO swords might be good. Okay. Free. We've gotten free from this little venture. I don't think there's anything else really there of use. Okay. Continue, heading home. We're going to fly all the way there, peeps. 2,000 blocks. And we're hoping to see another hut on the way, basically. I see a weird looking structure over there. Extended inventory, says Evaporate. Didn't we just look at that? I thought it was full. Maybe I goofed. Don't you have a spawner changer one, says Callison. I do, but I don't know how to use it. Disco Manco says, wow, did you start streaming an hour early? Well, I just started streaming when I was ready to stream. I don't really have any set time for streaming at the moment. I'm just doing what I do when I do it. Oh, now this looks like some flat terrain where a building like that might pop out and be quite obvious. So I'm going to divert myself. Yeah, see? Got a feeling we've been to that one already, though. Right, click a witch, then click the spawner, says Zarkers. So I should have been collecting all of those zombie spawners, is what you're telling me. Yeesh. Yeesh. Well, that is good to know, I guess. So I should collect you, then. For now. Okay, so throw that down there. Pick it up. Chuck away some junk. And we got it. And another one. There's a pirate ship over. This looks very familiar. I think we have been here already. I think we've been here already. Well then, if we can do that, can we do it with wither skeletons? Because we could use that one to great effect if we set up like a little mob chamber area again somewhere. not seeing any more ring of daisies. That's not one over there. Oh, apparently the spawner changer is single use. Ah, there's a catch. Well, maybe we'll make a... I was going to say a ghast spawner, which would probably be pretty good. But I was actually thinking of a wither, but I said ghast. Okay, we're going to take this as well. I mean, there's no reason not to take any of them at this point. Redstonia crystal block, yes please. Take that mana steel and dark steel. And where's the junk now? I guess that's kind of junk. And so's that food, really, sorry. Oh, food, that word. Just say it once and I'm like, my belly's rumbling. My belly's rumbling. Hey X, if you weren't YouTubing or streaming, what would you see yourself doing? I don't know. I mean, if I were to stop streaming and YouTube and all that, obviously I'd have to go get a job. But what would my next thing be? I'd probably start tinkering with the music again. I have been thinking for a while though, I'd like to kind of like find a new thing to get into, a hobby. I've just been having this like weird itch that I want something new and I don't know what it is. I'm gonna get rid of the wooden gear, that stuff's cheap I think. So who knows? X, you didn't get the box. Oh, did I not? Okay, where was it? It was over there. Oh, that's very close, which is good for us. Sergeant Ernie, I appreciate your support. I think that's the right thing to do sometimes, is just to be candid and open. I don't think there's anything to... Yeah, there's nothing nefarious going on, right? I'm just a person making a decision, and I'm aware that my decision will suck for some people and maybe not so much for others. So, in my mind, just best to give you the info and then you know, right? Great noise sounds lonely and depressing, says Kagu. Gas noise. Alright. I was like, what great noise are you talking about? Oh, we're flying over like another swamp biome on the way there, aren't we? So there might be a building out here in this area. But I don't see one. Oh, this is actually where we started our adventure. I get it. Just say psych and everything will calm down. Psych! It's not really closing. No, I wouldn't do that. That would be too trolly. Okay, we are back home. And, oh, what are we going to do first? You know, I'd like to work on that. I can turn it all on and off, actually. Wait, no, inventory. Very first thing to do is the inventory. My word. Priorities, right? Priorities. Okay. So, this is going to get messy. I think we want like a temporary chest to put to one side. Is probably a good idea. That is an awesome find, though. We can make looting 4 with that. Although... Wow, wait. That's a great capacitor. I didn't really... Hey, that's a good combustion jet. Okay, we've got to read these. Alloy smelter, 1.92. 1.97. I like this. I like this a lot. Sag mill, 3.9. Hey, we got a sag mill. Does that one take... Does it take a capacitor upgrade? It doesn't. So over here we've got... Yeah, global level 0.4. So 2. Alloy smelter 1.9. So it might be slightly less, I'm not sure. But then we got that. Global level 2.0. Energy buffer 3.5. I mean, that looks amazing, that one. So if we make the machine combustion generator, we'll save it for that. So I'm going to put this one in for now, since it's got the alloy smelter directly there. And, you know, I have no idea what that just did. Like, did it make this faster? It's hard to tell. Multi-BG says, hello, long time. I haven't seen you in modded. Glad you started playing again. Multi-BG, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've started playing. I'm glad as well, actually. It's scratched a bit of a creative experience that I forgot was here to be enjoyed, you know. Oh, that one as well. Sweet. Another cool reason to explore dungeons and whatnot, right? Collect those kind of loots. Okay, Redstonia crystal block. I think we have a place for it down there. Beautiful. Okay, so next we want to get a chest and put it over to one side. So we can say, hey, we're currently working on these things and they need a home. Let's put all of our cardboard boxes and whatnot in there. Now the backpack has the redonkulous amount of slate, which I did actually want to put in there, but that's just to transport it, so yeesh. Putting lots of items in at once might take it offline. Next up, extended inventory. 2 things go over here. Then I guess everything else for storage, right? That time the power didn't go off, which is good. Extended inventory again. Nice, we've also got this backpack. Oh, I took things out of there, that's good. That is good. And then we got this. We collected too much stuff. Too much stuff. Yep, all of you going in there. And I don't think we used that one, cool. So, putting the pouches back. Putting the sleeping bag back, and we are restored to normal, my friends. Hey X, talking about potential hobbies, have you considered making something? Art, electronics, jewellery, woodworking, that kind of stuff? Yeah, I've been looking at lots of things, but I haven't found anything that sucks me in that much. Everything seems like kind of interesting, but I don't know what it would be. As for art, I used to make digital art, and I love dabbling with that. I don't know like what I want to get out of it either. I just got that feeling like I need something new. Hermit Fanimations says, "Hey X, what's the best dad joke you've ever heard?" Okay, I have the best dad joke ever, and it comes from my dad. We were sitting at a football match together, and somehow the conversation of dad jokes came up, and I said, like, "Oh, dad jokes are funny." And I pulled out my phone and I was like, "There's this subreddit called Dad Jokes. It's dedicated to dad jokes. Do you want to have a look?" And he goes, "Why would I look at that?" And I goes, "Well, you might like it." He goes, "I know them all already." And I was floored by it. I thought it was the best dad joke I'd ever heard. Oh. Hey X, try programming, says Hastro. Nah, I'm pretty sure as much as programming is interesting, I know I'm probably going to suffer at it. Yeah, I really thought that was just absolutely hilarious. Right, let's try and get in here and disable this now, because we did all that to upgrade this. So, redstone on, I think, is what we want. Now, they're setting me on fire, but nothing in here can blow up, so we don't really have to worry about it. Wait, redstone on, and one of them appeared to be off. So we might have not been running at full efficiency. Now I can eat. Get wrecked, get wrecked, get wrecked. All of you get wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. See you later. They're dead, and this is all... No, we're still on. Redstone on. Aha! Found ya. Found ya. You bunch of blazes. Cutie Pie Kitten says that is a great dad joke. It is, right? It is, just so off the top of the head as well. Okay, I think we could do potentially something... actually, no. I think that block's going to stay right there. We're going to cut it off there. And it's going to go all the way over here. Let's just rip these out. Do it a bit at a time, you know, because I don't know what the fate of all of this actually is right now. Ah, yes. That old trick, eh? That old trick. Nice. Hearing your voice for the first time since 3 years ago, I think. I found your stream randomly and watched all your Hermitcraft videos back in the day. It's good to be back. Welcome back, person whose name is written in white and I can't read it, and now that I've highlighted, it's JNX Music. Thank you, JNX, appreciate it. Applesloth says, X, how about we balance the bad news you had to deliver today with some good news? You can be the one to break the story. What story is that? Jeez. Jeez, cheeky. Very cheeky. It's not a great thing to request that someone joins Hermitcraft. You're pretty much like setting a bad tone. I happen to know that person and know that they're fine, but an example, And I'm not saying that this is right or anything, it's just kind of how things happen, but people used to like go on about Scar joining Hermitcraft a lot, and it was so often that people would go, Scar should join Hermitcraft, that I kind of got this idea in my head, like, who is this Scar guy and why is he trying to get on Hermitcraft all the time? And it actually meant that I never went and checked him out and never took that seriously, just because it felt like they were orchestrating it, right? And now Scar's, you know, a wonderful member of our community, and it's almost madness to think of a Hermitcraft without him, right? And it's just why you shouldn't really do that. Like, just let it be organic, let it be natural. If you pester, it's going to create the impression of pestering, essentially, and that can kind of look bad on them. Which you shouldn't. Not saying that's the correct way of thinking. It's just the kind of impression it gives, basically. Applesloth says, haha, I was kidding. I didn't know that was bad taste. You could say it's bad taste. It just doesn't work well in this environment where people do tend to pester and bark on a little bit. You may have said it, you know, purely out of innocence and kindness, which it kind of sounded like it was, you know, but it just gives that impression. It's the wrong impression, but it's the impression it gives. And so there are, you know, a lot of people whose names come up with this sort of stuff, and it's actually kind of a negative that it works like that, you know. Right, anyway, enough about that. I'm wondering, should we add... I think we should add a Redstone Conduit down the back here. Oh, by the way, we are trying to continue with Ender.io. And now that I've got this amazing smelter up, we need to remember what we were doing there. So let's not get terribly distracted. We've got to keep our eyes on the prize. I don't even know what the prize is at the moment, but that's fine. Ender.io Conduit. There is a redstone one. There it is. It is beautiful. But we do not have these redstone alloys. How do we make them? With the silicon. With the redstone. Have I got any silicon? No. Actually, I have. I don't know how I do have that because I didn't have any earlier, but whatever. We're now going to go dump this inside of here. That one, yeah. No, actually, it's not the right one, is it? We're going to dump it in our mega alloy smelter up here. Okay, and it's not as fast. Maybe this thing isn't as good as the other one, right? Like the normal capacitor, who knows? Count Jeff says, hey X, recently YouTube suggested one of your Polybridge videos and I ended up watching the entire series. Thanks to the entertainment. I've noticed that they've become a little bit popular again recently. I think maybe they released an update for that game. Randy Nicole says, X, you're so good at this game. Are you being sarcastic? Everyone tells me I'm rubbish at modded. I sense some sarcasm, really. I do. Can X read this chat? Says Odrish. I believe that is confirmation that I can. Disco Manco says the amount of messages and comments invite Grian to Hermitcraft prior to Season 6 was insane as well. It was. Fortunately for Grian, he had been on our radar for a while. So, you know, when people started asking for him, it kind of felt a bit more like, you know, maybe they're right. How's the vertical miner doing? Is it running? Says Tolbert's Gaming. Yeah, we got a few of them running, then we had to take a few offline. Oh. You don't like that, do you? Or do I use a wrench? A riggedy wrench. I don't have a Yeta wrench. Cuplex says you need the wrench. Do you know what I was about to say when I looked into chat? I was about to say, Cuplex, help me! But you were there. Okay, cool. Right, Yeta. Yeta is what we need. Oh, we can make that. Sweet! We got a Yeta wrench. Yeet yeet. As the hip young'uns are saying, right? Okay, gotcha again. These things are so cool and powerful though. Like, you can give them signal colors, inputs and outputs. So we're only going to look for an input, I think. Right, that's all we need. No, sorry, an output is all we're going to do. Wait, no, what way around does that work? Am I outputting as the conduit? Or am I inputting into the block? I think I'm outputting as the conduit. It also says strong signal, which makes me think that's more likely. So let's just remove that on each one that we place. Okay, this is going to have to come off. And then we go a little bit higher. And hopefully we can go as high as that. Now, I could just make the roof of the room the roof at this height. You know, like, why not? I don't see a reason not to, really. So we need some building blocks, machine blocks, and brownstone to finish the roof area of that, I guess. We might want to consider how it looks from the inside, though, as it is, of course... Are they called machine blocks? No, they're called factory blocks. And we got some of them. We might want to consider how it looks from the inside, you know. That is always important. Right, let's grab that. Also, look at the inventory. It's getting messy again. It's getting messy. Put these things away. Probably going to keep the lever. You can have the blaze rods. Can anyone give me an update on what he's doing at the moment? Isn't this the mob farm he made a while ago, says Killjoy. Killjoy, stop killing all of that joy. Jeez. Yeah, this is the one we worked on a while ago. We're expanding it at the moment. At least that is the plan. So it kind of looks weird how the wood stops in two places on either side, but I think we're going to have to embrace the weird at this point in time. Okay, so... I think I'm actually just going to fill all of that space in and not worry about it too much, even though it's like a bit of a waste of blocks. The blocks are kind of free. So we'll fill it all the way up to here. Right, and it's important that we got that ledge because we want the mobs to fall down here and then go into there. So that's good. We got the weird looking glass that's just is what it is, I guess. Okay, break that, and then over on this side, I guess the glass doesn't have to go upwards. We can leave it like that. So from here, you look in, and you do see some kind of like funkiness going on up the top. I think we're just going to have to embrace the funkiness, peeps. Otherwise, we'll be doing like some major redesigning. So the funkiness stays. At this level, there is funkiness too. And over on this level, we need to get rid of that. And then bring it over like this. And we're out. We're out of brownstone again. Yeesh. We got a noise in the ear. It's Miss Scallywag. Love that name. For 7 months saying, absolutely loving this series. I've learned so much watching you figure things out. It's much better than watching those who know everything and just rush through. Please don't stop. Oh, thank you for that feedback. That's really good to know, actually. I like that you appreciate the different pace. It's one of the things I got feedback on my modded series in the past from people, was that the way I played was like different from most modded experts. Because I'm a creative type, you can see I like to like not just sort of follow the mod through to its most efficient point. I'm looking for ways to be creative and mix things up, and I'm glad you appreciate that. That's cool. It reminds me that I need to keep doing modded Minecraft series on my channel, because we've done some cool ones in the past and I kind of missed them. Okay, let's get this wall over here done, and then it allows us to do like a lot more in this area. In fact, I'm not going to finish building it just yet. Did I only make one stack as well? What is wrong with me? Always make loads of stacks, peeps. Always be making stacks. We need to get more redstone conduits as well. Let's grab that alloy. Head over here and make those conduits. Where they at? Where they at? Conduit, there it is. You can have some more if you want. By the way, did we put that into the area down below? Probably not. But now we have. Sweet. I should also then go over here. Take all of that out of the system. Right, and then put them back in. So they always go into this bit. Also, if we look over here, it's starting to fill things up a little bit, aren't we? We might have to do some clearing out of the old junk. Are we getting any junk swords through still? I think we've got lots of one-off items in here, like that and that are probably... Yeah, anything that's like non-stackable should really be stored in a different system. Hastro downloaded the map of Season 5 Hermitcraft today. Cool. Hope you've had a good time exploring it. We had an amazing time playing it. That is faux show. So once we reach the top, that's where we're going to have this block, which that's not actually going to interact with, which means we don't want that conduit. So this is going to come out here through that space. There's going to be a hole in the wall for now. Hole in the wall. Okay, then we need that wrench to open it up on all sides. Uh-oh. Oh, we're good again. And then we need a conduit probe to copy and paste. Now that one is already in copy-paste mode, I believe. If we open it up, we can see that we right-click on a conduit. No, sorry, we shift right-click to copy and then right-click to paste. So, shift right-click. Problem. Yep. Then just right-click, right-click. Cool, so green will be our signal, green to go. And then we can just stack up as many spawners as we like in here. So I guess the next thing is to put in those witch spawners and convert them with drops of the evil. Where are those drops of evil? There they are. We'll get more of those in the future. Monster spawner. Does it tell us what type? It does not. Well, I guess we can just do this in the base, right? And learn which ones are which. So, do I then... Oh, what do I do now? Do I click on it with one of these? No. Shift right click. Jake, thank you. Why did I not think of shifting? Okay, you can just go back. You can go back in here. And that's how we'll figure it all out, right? Shift right click. It's a zombie. Send it back. That one is the zombie, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that is a witch, clearly. So, get those out of here. No, wait. I want to do that, do that, do that, and now I've got a witch spawner. Very cool. That was an empty cardboard box. That has changed the slab. That was kind of weird. So yeah, an empty one's kind of messed about with us there. It's a zombie. It can go back. 2 left to check. Pretty sure both of these are the witches, right? Yep, so we got 3 witch spawners out of that. Pretty cool. Gonna chuck those in there. Gonna fix this, because it's clearly broken. Then we go and chuck those on and put them on redstone mode or something. Ah, do you know what they don't have? Speed upgrades. Redstone on. Redstone on. Redstone on. So we need a bunch of upgrades now. Asuma, what do you think about the Brexit? I am sad because it makes it more complicated to visit this beautiful country, says Odrish. It's a big old topic, the old Brexit thing. I kind of sick to death of it, to be fair. How did you get so much grit power, says Lego Tomb. Grid power, we got the dragon egg. And look at that, we got 4 and then we got 5. Now I remember how we make the plates, and basically we'll just make a stack now. We'll just make a stack because we can. The resonator is now upstairs. Your resonator is in another room. There we go. Was there a time when these used to stack to 64? Oh look, you get like an increase as well for having it go up to plus. Like, yeah, plus that amount. How many do we need again? Yeah, that's more than enough for me right now. So, the recipe of that... Oh, it's not working. Okay, hang on. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. One. Oh, right, got ya. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now those witch spawners will be going at maximum speed. Oh, we might want to put a viewing window in there, but maybe not. Well, we'll come back to that idea. You can also see the wood, which I don't like. Or maybe we should make the wood come higher. Why does it stop there? Because it matches the other side. I think we'll get rid of it. Just feels a bit kind of odd. And I need brownstone. Sumer, are you a fan of e-card games? I do not know what e-card games are. Electronic cards? What, like postcard type things? They're like an email thing from the 90s. It's probably not that. It's probably not that. Right, 1 stack. How could we possibly not need more than 1 stack now? You know? Always learn from your past mistakes, peeps. You don't need more than 1 stack. Jeez. But I'm pretty sure we don't need more than 1 stack. Okay. So, got to put in the upgrades and then test the redstone. In you go. In you go. In you go. Then, in the future, we'll be testing our upgrade system, I guess. Upgrade system, our redstone system. And by future, I pretty much mean right now. Let's go put a lever here. Okay, input green. Turn it on. I don't know if that worked. It worked. Right, I want to see some witches. I want to see some witches burn. We should see a lot of witches because we've got a lot of spawners. The blazes are way more frequent, aren't they? Maybe it's the nature of the custom spawner. Like it only does 1 at a time. What if it has like a mob cap to only do 1 at a time? That would really suck. That does not feel like it's increased the spawn rate in the slightest. Did I make a mistake somewhere, peeps? Like we are not 1 witch again? That doesn't feel like it's made a difference. The more light there is, the less it spawns, says Cuplex. Oh, does the light get in through the gap? It does feel like there's a lot of light up the top. Do we have a light glitch, or have I missed something? Oh wait, we've got holes in the wall. Hang on. We got holes in the wall. May that help. Oh, OBS just sort of restarted itself there. Hope that's not a major issue. Still kind of looks like there's light up there. What is that about? I think we might have a phantom light source. The lanterns used in the base goes there, says Cuplex. Those filthy lanterns. Right, we might have to do some base relighting by the looks of it. Jeez. I mean, there's 2 there and that's it, isn't it? Oh. Well, we got these here. Let's see. We don't have anything up here, do we? Glowing glass? Don't tell me the glowing glass. Oh my goodness me, it's the glowing glass. Isn't it? It's the glowing glass, peeps. It's always the glass that glows. No, there's still light in there. It's not the glowing glass, says Cuplex. Oh, jeez. I thought it was. Maybe these gaps? I don't think they're going to make the difference, are they? Do we just have to wait? Like, I feel like maybe there's a phantom light source up there. It is getting a little bit darker. Someone says hole in the wall for the conduit. It's not where the light's coming from, is it? It feels like it's coming from sort of this area. But, I don't know. Like, it's still bright in this area. Maybe we just have to keep waiting. Get in there, says Now. It's light through this glass, it feels like. But it's dark glass. Surely the glowstone isn't sending light in. Well, now we're getting way more witches, so that's good. Okay, we just need to give it more time, I believe. We got Lucaro1357 resubscribing for 16 months in a row, saying late bananas. I will read it out loud, my friend. I'm sorry for the announcement of the day, but your mental health is more important. Lucaro, I appreciate your message of support ever so much. I'm not going to say it's more important, right? You know, but it's the reason why I did it. My own mental health, I guess you could look at it in that perspective, right? Look at this. It's got darker over here, but it's still light there. I think it's a phantom light source. Feels to me like a phantom light source, but it might actually be that the light source that's phantom is in this area. So you can see actually it gets slightly lighter every time. Well, that's because we're in line with that, I guess. 12 over here. It's still 12. Oh, that's the sky I'm looking at. Let's go sleep in our beds. It's client side only, says Cuplex. Do you think I should just relog? Oh. There you go. So that's good. So now we need like a new type of light source, basically. One that looks like a lantern, but isn't one of those lanterns. Let's have a look. What do we have access to? Ember Lantern. Let's hope that that's okay. But we need an Ember Shard, and of course we've got to get it from an Ember Crystal. What rabbit hole is this? A stamping a flat stamp? I don't even know where we get that from, to be fair. Kind of looks like it's in a bit of a closed loop. Well, maybe not that one then. Oh, that one? Yeah, that'll do. We've used that to make a mega torch, I believe. That's kind of great, because it's kind of super duper similar. So let's put down a couple of these. Let's put one right in front of that thing over there as well. And see how it fares. Peeps in chat are saying, no, Embers, no. Cuplex is saying, Embers is great. You're on your own there, Cuplex. You're on your own there. I can't comment. Right, bunch of lanterns for the base. And then we want our classic steel wall mounts. And then we want our classic steel rods as well. We want them. Oh, we want them. Hey, give me a bunch of those, please. 4. Apparently 4 is all I get. Really? Really? I've only got that much... Hey? I've only got that much steel, have I? How do I get more? What is the recipe? Tinker's Smeltery, wasn't it? Molten steel. How do we make it? Alloying. There it is. Liquefied coal and iron. So, coal. We got a lot of that. Iron. We got a bunch of that too. Let's see what we can do. You know, let's make steel for the ages. Look, it's already set up to make a whole bunch. So, doodle-doop, shiddle-boop, shiddle-bub-bub, shidoo-dub, what? Oh, the liquefied coal went in quick, didn't it? 32 blocks, my word. Let's do that much. Let's really just go ham. Is it out of... No, it's not out of lava. Cool. Right. Whoa! That is a wall of death. You know, I might need to make this more efficient at collecting items now, which is another consideration that I had not thought of. Okay, so what I want to do is try and get away with putting one close over here, so it's symmetrical. And speaking of symmetry, that is perfect. Oh man, nothing wrong with that. Okay, one over here. One over there. Oh, it's upside down! Oh, I shouldn't place them the wrong way around. That should be horrible if I did that and then ignored it. That would be horrible. Okay, I feel like I need one just in this little area as well. Maybe, there for now. Kind of feels a bit lazy that I put it there. Asuma, what I asked about was online card games like Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, and recently new in beta Legends of Runeterra, but I assume you don't play those games then. Nah, man, I don't know why I don't know where I read it like that, but I read it like that. I don't really play much other games other than Minecraft. Not my thing, really. That being said, I've been sucked into playing a little bit of Gemcraft when I've ever had some downtime. The new one that they made is really difficult. I kind of appreciate the challenge, but sometimes I like to play a game and just zone out a little bit. Okay, so is the vacuum keeping up? I don't know. Possibly. But obviously we need an upgrade on our ender chest. We need upgrades. We need to upgrade our infrastructure because we've just made an excessively good farm. And there is just this never-ending list of things to do in this game, and it's like, well, what next? So, I kind of... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Let's put some of these things back. Yep, those will basically get chucked. Conduits, the sticks, maybe some of these building materials. And those can go in there. We kind of need a little bit of something to do with light down here, wouldn't you say? Just a little something. We can put lights in those spots. And then probably actually in front of the drawers wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, it is not very bright in here. I mean, maybe we put the feral light down there, but it might spread just a bit too far, you know? We could still make use of that feature, is what I'm thinking. This area is nice and bright, and I think it's because those slanted blocks are letting light through. Okay, let's go get our thingamajigs. Yeah, except it's not working. It's not doing its thing. It's because I haven't done that. Molten steel. Okay, maybe that needs replacing. There it is. Let's get some buckets, making some blocks as well. Right, finally we got some steel. A random question for chat. Is there piping that can move items faster than integrated dynamics/tunnels? Well, that is a question for chat, because I ain't got no answer for you. Sumi, do you want to play on my Minecraft services, Tommy from Wii Sports? Thanks for the offer, dude, but I'm pretty full up with playing on Hermitcraft and playing this at the moment. Let's go down here and craft some things. Yep. There it is. Okay, cool. So, first of all, I'm not going to do you like I did that portal. I'm gonna do the honourable thing. See? I'm a gentleman at heart. There we go. Right, down here. I mean, I could sort of put it on the shelf, just sticking out. It'd be really weird, though. I think what we'll do is have one there and one on top of it. Yeah. We'll do it like that. Okay, neither of those actually went on the wood. So it's the angle at which you place, not the block you're clicking at. For this one. Still feels a little too dark in here, doesn't it? Nope. That looks just a little bit silly, I think. Or maybe hang them from the glass? Can that work? I think that can, actually. I mean, don't question that it's just hanging on glass. Just let it do it. Oh, maybe we just have the one under that block. These aren't very bright, are they? Floral feral lanterns light up an area in a 3x3 trunk. Ah. So, that if I put one here, it would then, yeah, make its way into the farm. Interesting. Oh, so that's why the blazes always spawn just fine, but the other ones didn't. Because of the light. Huh. Well, anyway, that is a project we have to tackle as we go around our base. Just remembering to put lights in various areas, I guess. Maybe even on top of that one as well. And it's kind of weird because there's a power thing behind it, but let's forget about that. Actually, what am I doing? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Why do I not put them on the blocks next to them? Right. let's take that block, put it back. Okay, we're going to put them at that. Don't go the wrong way around, jeez. We're going to put them at this height here. So they may not provide a crazy amount of light, but it looks good. Okay, I'm going to chuck those in there. This is like our little ongoing project chest for now. Couldn't you place one of the bright lights spreading lamps underground so it's invisible but still lights things up for you, says Killjoy. I was thinking about that, it's a good idea, but we'll try and do it with regular lighting for now. Okay, and I'm going to eat that pizza. Domino's special. Oh, pizza, why did I have to say that word? Now I'm hungry. Coupler says you can use a painting machine from Ender.io to paint glowstone into building glass. Can we? That's kind of crazy. Oh, so this thing is illuminated. That's an interesting idea. Right, what I want to do is so many things, and I don't know where to start. But we made these for a reason, so we will start there. And that is for our thermal upgrades. So let's remind ourselves of what upgrade it is we're trying to make. At the moment, these things are on the reinforced level, so we have to do this and then that. Let's go through the components quickly. We can make that stuff. Now, we were making that stuff, so... Wait, let's double check. It's yellow, but it says reinforced. Yeah, no, okay. So maybe we just got kind of distracted? Anyway, redstone, silver, and copper then, I guess. Redstone, silver, copper. Let's go make it. Wonder if it works with redstone blocks. Because it's going to need more redstone than that, isn't it? Ooh! And now we're up here where it's dark, and now I wish I had those lanterns on me. And now I'm distracted again. I'm going to put one over here. It's kind of ineffective because I'm putting them high up. And then upside down. Yeah, those other lantern types they had are used to them, I guess. Okay, that'll do. That keeps these areas relatively light for now. This room's going to want some. Oh, all the rooms are going to want lights. And you're upside down again. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yep, that'll do. Have we got a wild Spangleboo in chat? Spangleboo says now I'm on pizza. Yeesh. I had pizza at Pizza Hut yesterday. It was alright. I had myself a Hawaiian. I haven't had that in a while. Okay, alloy smelter activate. Kabooey. So maybe we want to upgrade this because it's not very fast either. That's actually the entire reason we made this, was because we wanted it to be faster. Does anyone know which one of these will help make the machine faster if we were to put in another capacitor? That would be great. I am not wild, says Spangleboo. Quiet you! You're a wild Spangleboo, and you're in the chat. Octadate capacitor, I think, says Cuplex. Yeah, so that thing would require 2 lots of this thing, which might not actually be so bad. One, 2, if you would. Does it tell us global level? 2, 3. Ah, so the one we put in was a half. That means this is if global level is really the effect, right? Can we make that? No, we need vibrant alloy, which requires energetic and ender pearl. Ender pearl, energetic. You see, we can make those as well. So we just got to have priorities here. So let's check it out. This thing is kind of slow, right? Oh, I left my doubles behind. Right, this thing is kind of slow. So it suggests that global level could be perhaps a way to increase it. And then it got faster. Okay. Okay, so now down here, if we search capacitor, We shall find global level is low, but that one is slightly better. But only slightly. We're going to make the next level up, peeps. Now that we know what we're doing. Okay, so we've got plenty of those, but obviously we need plenty more. Getting the speed up here is a top priority for us. Actually, I don't want to make that many, because I still might need that stuff, right? Okay, and we let it do its thing, and now it's storing 2.5 million. Is everything okay with this? It still is. Now, one of the benefits of that feral lantern was probably that these things didn't spawn here. A lesson for the future. If I want to use that in my base, don't put the mob farm in the base. Green Rush Roars, glad you're loving the stream. And by the way, peeps, if you haven't hit the follow button on Twitch here already, be sure to do so. Get notified when I go live. Asuma, make the feral light lanterns only work with line of sight. You just need to right click it to change line of sight. Bancho, really? I hope so. We'll do an experiment then, because those things were great. Right, we're going to put one in front of the farm, and then I'm going to apparently right click it. All this time, how did you know that? No one else told us. Thank you ever so much, dude. Thank you ever so much, Banjo Gamer. Message of the chat. Wait a minute. It started like... Wait, what? It's literally started lighting up inside of the farm. It's failed the Turing test. It's not a Turing test, but I felt like saying that. It's failed the test. It's failed the Make Me Sound Fancy test. Oh, I should have brought the capacitor. Yes, I should have brought the capacitor. So what we'll do is we'll swap it back to one of those. And then we'll go make the third tier. That, and this. Right, so now we've got an octadaic, which gives us a level 3. And that means we've now actually got this thing running at super duper speed when we put it in there. Yep. And now we need some alloys to make. And that means we need some more redstone. And they're making them super duper fast. Awesome. Awesome. Someone says just reload chunks. How do I do that again? Is it F and... No, F and R? I don't think it is. Kind of looks though... F3 and A. It's still there. Let's see if it actually affects spawning at all. Well, things so far have spawned from up top. But the blazes aren't affected by it, are they? I think we'll try again in a minute, right? Let's just let it cool down and then try again a bit later. Lucaro says... Oh, what does Lucaro say? Oh, never mind. Scone says there's an item from the same mod that adds the lantern and gets rid of the invisible lights. Really? That's cool. Torchmaster, eh? Frozen Pearl clears residual lights from a feral lantern. Wow. Oh. Is it like that, is it? How do I... Wait, where can I get ice from? There's got to be a way to easily get ice, right? Glacial Precipitator. If only I had such a block and could get it to produce ice. Oh, look! It eventually got XP from somewhere. Where did you get that from? From there? It's not configured to take from that side. Huh. No, wait, was it... I can't remember now. Where did it get that from? Did this thing have it? I think this might have had it. And that was the problem. So if I go... Auto input. No? I guess maybe that doesn't accept it as an input now. Right, now how do I get rid of that? How do I flush this out of here is the question. Wait a minute. I know I can flush it out of here. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Jeez. That was too difficult, wasn't it? Right, now when that empties, I wonder if water is going to go straight in there. Kind of looks like it's doing something. It is moving water down here. We are making ice, my friends. But the ice is probably getting shimmied over there. No, it's staying over here. Sweet. Right. Oh, the distractions. What will we achieve in today's stream? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, thank you very much. Can't even make another one, eh? So, how many of those do we need? Oh, wait, yeah. 8 machines. 16. 32. My brain won't do maths. Yeah, 32. We've got it! We've got enough. Beautiful. Next stuff. Now we need 32 of those. Which is also alloy smelting. Silver and gold. Silver and gold, my friends. Do we got that silver? Do we got that gold? Yes, we do. Beautiful. So we're going to chuck those in here. Take those out. Bam. We had some silver right there, didn't we? Look at that go! Don't mind if I do. I've made more than I realised I needed. Oh, jeez. I've made way too much. Now that's perfect. That is perfect. Right, and then what do we need for the final one? Aluminum gear. How do I make it? With the smeltery. Glowstone, silver, tin. We have those things. Glowstone, silver, tin. This is great. We got all the things we need here. I think I've probably already got enough silver as well. Let's just top that up. Copper can go back in, so can that, so can this, so can that, so can this. Keep it nice and clean. Keep it nice and clean, peeps. X, why aren't you using your wireless crafting terminal? Ah, we've had power issues, which we're trying to fix. Silver, glowstone, tin. Now that one's going to take a little bit more time, peeps. Then we got this stuff to make. How is it done? What are the secrets? So the Enderium base and sand. So lead, platinum, and ender pearls. Lead, platinum, and ender pearls. We can do that. We got the leads, not a lot of it. We got the platinum, right? Oh, please have the platinum. Jeez. Platinum ore. We got to get this stuff going. Got to get that lead ore sorted out as well, I guess. Lead, platinum, and I think I've forgotten the last one. I had 3 things to remember and I forgot. Lead, platinum, ender pearls. Okay, so to get this going, let's check out our current filter setup. We will be extracting 5 different types. I will temporarily replace tin and silver with lead and then with platinum, because this is not a great setup really, is it? Maybe it will kick in. Let's just chuck that in for now. So it produces iridium, and that stuff I'm going to guess will probably end up getting turned down here. Brilliant, it does. Now it's putting in lead, which produces silver, and so yeah, probably both those things are good. Let's go ahead and crush all the platinum ore. And then the lead is getting done there. Okay, platinum. It's happening. We're getting some. Is this a mod pack, says Medulan? It is. It's called Enigmatica 2. That is the name of it. Manira Lucas says, I think you changed a wrong filter. Nah, I changed the right one. It was the one I wanted to change. Sir Freeman says, I want to ask Asuma. Well, here's the place for asking me. Okay, let's get these things pulverized quickly. Because I'm impatient. And we've got some more blend coming through. And all the smelting is happening. What are you doing for power, says Parker? That's what we're doing right now, actually. We're trying to upgrade our power. So you'll see the system in just a moment. And we are getting plenty of these ingots. And you know what? The other thing's probably done by now, isn't it? So let's go check up on it. Okay, there you go. We got our aluminum done. So now it's these three. Sweet! Oh, that is quick. It makes 4 each time. Oh, we could have done that straight away pretty much. In which case, I'm just going to do that. Now we need a stack of sand. Let's go grab it from in here. That's limestone. Sand. Okay. In you go. And it's a little bit slower for that level. Right, so we've done everything we need for those bits. Now we need that, which we can craft up super easy. And we need some of that blitz stuff going on over here. And we also needed that for something. Now let's change it to a snowball so that it can continue this process, I believe. Let's see what it does. Oh yeah, it also needs mob essence, right? And we disabled the auto output, so this time it won't screw everything up. Let's go grab some solidified experience. Chuck it into here, and then we'll continue to produce the Blizz powder. I'm getting good at this, aren't I? I'm doing things, I'm multitasking. It's amazing. Right, keep that going. Cheaper to make Enderium in the Tinker Smeltery. It might be, it might just be. You've reminded me that over here we probably now have loads of iron. It's getting turned into iron. Let's just take all that. Look at those, look at that ingot. My inventory's like an ingot jumble. Okay, what happened over here? I needed to take that, and now it's going to make snowballs, and the snowballs are going to go over here, right? Auto output is enabled. Auto input is disabled, though. Did I do that by mistake? No, we're waiting on this, possibly. Right, I know what to do. Auto output enabled. Got it. Bam! The stuff and things are happening. The Blizz power will be made. It has been made. Beautiful. Do you know what I could do? I could make a few more of these upgrades and upgrade these machines as well, but I think I'm being a bit cheeky there. That XP going into the tank, says Tolberts. Yeah, it was. It almost filled it up. It made it look colourful, didn't it? Cool. So how many... yeah, power issues again. No surprise. But we're trying to solve that, right? So how many of those do we need? Because that makes 2. So it's 1 for 1. And we need 8 machines, 16? Oh, we got enough then. We need 16. I think. Am I getting that right? We need 8 of these, therefore 16. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and make these kits. We've got everything we need. I'm also going to go and zap everything into there. 16 of those. 16 of these, my friends. It's easy peasy schmeezy for us now. 8 of those. And 8 of these. 1? Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. Okay, beautiful stuff. Then we go make this. Gonna chuck all that in there now. 8 of those. And 8. Say what? I didn't go and pick up the ingots, did I? But hey, it's a quest from our quest book. I'm liking this. Hey, Asuma, what's the strangest idiom you've ever heard? Says Hermitcraft Animations. If I could remember idioms, I might have a story for you. But my brain be blank. There'd be nothing going on up there. Oh, that's not a thing, is it? How do we get packed ice then? Visit a biome? Oh, jeez. You mean we gotta do stuff and travel? Ugh. Well, it's important for our base, isn't it? So, let's go into the old thermal expansion, eh? And claim ye old rewardy. Thanks. Might we do some more of these things? What on earth is this stuff? Oh, there is a project for power we're going to do that involves that block, I believe. Yeah, there's so much to be done. Steam Dynamo. We jumped all the way to one of the other ones, didn't we? Reactant, I think we went to. Cool, let's open that. Cool, let's open that. Cool. And now let's go and upgrade our machines, which means we're upgrading the power. It's all going to happen. So, current situation, lots of destabilized redstone. 240 RF. The magic number is here. The magic number is that one. Right? 240. 300. 360. Little bit anticlimactic, but we've got room for more. Let's go and make our auxiliary transmission coils. I love the sound of that. I feel like I'm on the Starship Enterprise now. Auxiliary transmission coil. Yes, please. We need 16 of them. 16 of those auxiliaries. So let's go to our thermal upgrade here. And I guess it's at thermal and then auxiliary. So, dynamos, is that the right one? There's also that. Processing speed. No, let's go with this. We need 16 of them. Right, 300. We went from, was it 240 to 360? Let's double. Actually, let's just chuck these in. And then look. 540. 720. Okay, let me bust out my calculator. 720 times 8. This thing is going to produce around 5,760 RF per tick. That's probably not that great. To be fair, it's probably not as powerful as other farms, but I am so happy that we made a weird little project here together. Now let's finish throwing down the rest of these upgrades. And then double clicking. And then all of our magma crucibles are going to have a lot of work to do. They're doing that work, peeps. They're doing that work. Now, didn't we realize that upgrading this didn't make any sense? The destabilizing redstone supply needs to keep up. And this stuff is now running, basically, to fill itself up. It's like a battery. So it is going to put extra strain on here, but it looks like these magma crucibles are handling it. It ain't a problem for them. This one over here, though, is on constantly. It's almost like it's decided to take from here before anything else, which is interesting. Cool. So, what's the next step for our power system? It's weird how the green's filled up that, but maybe not this. I'm sure it will get there eventually. So you're using sugar, and you're way more full up. Oh man, this is cool. It's also like a big battery full of RF. Amazing. So we need to make those. We need to make our capacitors and upgrade them. Just the texture bug, says Disco Manco. Okay, that's cool. Botania can generate more of a single flower. Cuplex, be quiet, you. Okay. I don't care if it's a better farm. I just wanted to make that. It was so much fun to do. Okay. There is something we need to do. We need to clear out lots of these non-stack items and put them into a different storage system. We might already sort of be taking them out as I do that. It's not the... It's not... Yeah, let's do just a bit. Just a bit here. Obsidian swords and stuff like that should really be getting dumped. And I don't know why those two are in there. Oh, they might actually be in the other system. Like, they might be up in here that they're stored. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, like steel chestplate and bow and leather cap. They would get wrecked if we put them in the other system. So yeah, I just want to move a few things like this up into here. Is essentially the idea. Make our drawers down the bottom there a little bit more effective, I guess. Yeah. Wings? Apparently I already had some of these upgrades lying around. Jeez. And an auxiliary coil. I don't think bees stack, so let's take out all the things related to bees. Okay, we just did that a moment ago because they're in that other system. Books don't stack. Runes don't appear to stack. And... tools? Anything that looks like a tool. Yep, here we go. Let's type in wands. See, we've got two of those, but what's the betting they're not stacked? Tool. Yeah, we actually have tools, funny enough. What about a wrench? A book. See, there's a bunch of books here. And those boots as well. Right, chucking all of those up here. And that should clear out our shelves down below. A little bit of maintenance work, that's all it is, peeps. That's all it is. Cool, now we need to go get some ice to investigate this feral thing, that's for sure. Geez, just scroll down, says man. I don't know quite what you want by that. What's this harmony I'm getting, says non-stop beat? It's a currency for watching the stream. Right, so we need our backpack, which has our foresty thing in it. Foresty thing, where art thou? It's a compass. There it is. It's literally the very first slot. I think the Alps was the closest one, right? Let's make sure I got my silk touch. Let's go on an adventure together, peeps. Compass, lead me in the right... Hey, wait a minute. I might need ink sacs. Get wrecked. And don't blind me, apparently. Right, did I actually pick up any of that stuff? No. Let's go get it. It was out of range. Okay. How'd this thing do? It filled up the mana pool a little bit. Right, compass. Apparently I'm heading in the right direction. Good, because I'm just going to keep going this way. Stop X, no adventure. Wait, they're saying I can compress ice in the crafting table? I can make it in the glacial thing. Should we just fly this way and see if we can get a bunch of it? God, Blex, stop trying to ruin our fun. We were going to go on an adventure. Oh, enemy of fun. Of all the things you could be. Lots of ice and snow there, says Emperor Hands. Yes, that's exactly what we want. We've been this way before, and we went quite deep into this forest. And I don't remember seeing that, but that is a beautiful sight. However, it may not have what we want. Or does it? I mean, there is clearly snow here. Overgrown snow. Wow. I could just rip out a bunch of snow here. It would feel terrible to, actually. Where is the ice? Where is the ice? There's lots of snowy beehives, but no ice. Striker 537 is here for 12 months. Striker, thank you ever so much for a year of support. That is a Goldie face in chat. Thank you ever so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. We got what we came for. Packed ice. In small quantities. But I'll take it. Not a lot here either, really, is there? Right, and I can't live with myself if I destroy these beautiful mountains. But what I can live with is taking a chunk out of the top here. Oh! Oh! Why can't I use Vein Miner? Oh, well, that's just rude. I can't use it. Well then, might as well head out of here. That was a great adventure, wasn't it? 13 packed ice. What a haul. Oh, we are rocking it. We're a rocking and a rolling. Who's attacking me now, eh? Rude. Blizz. Floaty flying thing. There's no, like, packed ice lake down here, is there, either? Oh, well, back we go. Oh, people saying you need a shovel. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I do. It's got XP boost on it. Oh, go on then. Let's go get it with a shovel. I thought you didn't need the right tool to use Vein Miner though. Like that's not normally a thing, right? Okay, here we go. That didn't work either. Okay, now it did, and it gave me a stupid amount of snowballs because it doesn't have Silk Touch, and I used loads of that. Great, 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 great. Not sure how many creepers do you need over there, eh? How many creepers do you need? And we got a noise in the ear. It's Baron C15 resubscribing for 4 months. Baron C, thank you ever so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time hanging out with us today. I'm having a good time. I am wondering though, what do we do next, modded wise? I think we need to get some of the power out of the system we're building into... Go into another mod, says Cuplex. Well, we didn't really do too much in the mod we're in at the moment. Like, I wanted to do Ender IO, but I want to get that power system kind of going a little bit. There's almost too much to do. I'm not sure what to focus on. You know? I'm going to drink some water. I am going to drink some water. Make a bigger capacitor, says Gendo. That is not possible, I believe. Excuse me. Mahelvin says, try the Infinity Booster card for your wireless crafting terminal. There's a trick for crafting it quickly. Really? Infinity Booster, eh? That sounds interesting. Sounds very interesting. Right, back at the base. Infinity... What's this trick? Infinity range thing. It'd be cool to get that online, I guess. Okay, there's our packed ice as well. Okay, there we go. Chuck those in. And take that back, take this. And let's check out this thing over here then. Oh! I know what you're going to say in chat, peeps. You're going to say, well done, Asuma. You got us. All that time you were out there getting packed ice and you knew all along that it was actually ice. And you were waiting to see if anyone would spot it. And no one did. I tested you. Okay? I tested you. And you got it wrong. Oh, you're a bunch of derps, you lot. You didn't even realise. Not paying attention, are you? Distracted by other things going on, aren't you? That's what you're doing. Right, okay, so we're going to go put this in front of there. We're going to click on it. We're going to do that. Okay, and then we're going to try this. Oh my word, it works. Okay, next thing to do is to do this. I know there's a hole at the back here and it's daytime. That doesn't particularly help, but it seems to have worked. So we can go back to the feral lighting. Cool. That's all I'm going to say. I like that light. Oh my word, that thing is fast. Well done, Asuma, you got us. All this time you just tricked us into thinking it was packed ice just so you could go out there. Exactly, Disco. Just so I could go out there, you know, and troll you all. Because I'm so brain smart. Jeez. Completely not dirt. Right. Enough with that. I know what we need to do next. We need to get our quarries back online, and we need to get our applied energistic system working off of this new power source, basically. And then we need to get our ore processing thing in place. Right, so let's swap back to when we just had some very simple lighting here. I can't even remember where it was positioned. It definitely wasn't positioned upside down, dude. Come on now. Get it together. No! The other way around. Basically, I'm not sure where the top of the block is. There it is. So we do that, and we do that. And then we'll end up clicking over there again soon, I think. Right, from that side to this side. Bam. Cool, change the line of sight. Sweet. Over on this side, if we're going to switch to the feral ones, I think I'm actually just going to put them in the middle of this. Excuse me, a little bit of a burp there. Don't know if you heard that. I apologise if you did. That was rude. How could I? How could I do such a thing? Okay, break this, break that. Break this, break that. Coolio. Hermit Fanimation says he trolled 505 people at once. What a legend. Multitasking. Trolling people all at once. Line of sight enabled. I did do that. Okay, good. Just double checking I did that. I think I'm going to put one over here as well. Just, The other way around, please. Actually, I think I'll put you one lower. Yeah, you'll look alright there. Okay, and then we come over here and we clean it up. Nice. Right, great job. Job done. I'm going to put those things in there again. So now our base is beautifully lit once again. Do you know what else I have? I still have lanterns. I still have lanterns that are going to go. Because it ain't as good as just having a few that light up everything. Also, how did our clear out go? You can see, maybe, yep, there's a few gaps here and there now. That's cool. So it had an effect. We could take things like charms out of there as well. Burps are a happy belly, says Footlonghawk. I like that saying. I like that saying. That's cool. Right, so we've done that. We've done our Ender IO cap. We've done our upgrades. We need to now get some RF tools in here. We need a particular block called a power cell, I believe. Let's check out what the book was up to with the old RF. Where are we at over here? Environmental controller. So it is the power cell. And then we need to use it wirelessly. Now we can make advanced. It can store more power. Okay, and then creative. Oh, so there's only a power cell and then advanced. So what's that need? Oh, dimensional shards. That's a bit of a rabbit hole if I remember correctly. So maybe we'll just stick with the power cell and the cards to link them. Now, how did we make one of these before? Because I do not know where we got prismarine from. And also we need that. That's fine. Did we get prismarine from somewhere clever? What is this? Porous stone. Okay, that is actually something I don't have. Ah, quartz. Atomic reconstructor. Someone... Yeah. People in chat are saying it, but they're saying zap quartz. Okay, zap quartz. Got ya. That's probably what I would say, right? You're talking in my language now. Zap the quartz, I know exactly what you mean. Apparently you need to eat a little bit of fruit. So that thing's probably run out of energy, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Only enough for 9? Oh dear. Oh dear. That's not good enough. We're going to have to go put you next to a power source. But not there. How about here? Yeah, that'll do. Right, so if I put some quartz here... We got a noise in the ear, and you... what? That didn't... Hang on. Oh, it needs it on a full block. Ugh. Ugh, effort. Don't judge me. No! That's where we'll put it. Go on! Go on! Ah! Pain and agony is all I feel. What do I have to do to make you work? Ah! You're embarrassing me! Is it me or is that quartz block different? Ethic quartz? Why is it ethical? Now, did that really suck all the power out of it, or did it only want to do a little bit? Oh, wow, it literally sucked all that power out of it. You ate up all that crystal flux. This magnet is backfiring. I'm going to stand over here. We got Geo Loco M subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for using your Prime subscription on me. I appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Peeps, if you did not know, you can use Amazon Prime to subscribe to someone on Twitch for free. Pretty cool. Part of having Amazon Prime. It got lasers, says Real Gaming Zone. It got those lasers. Those lasers it's got. Right, we made these things. Let's go and build some infrastructure. Why am I talking like that? Right, we can make a whole stack. Bam. We can make a whole stack, I believe. And then, oh, I'm going to make that many. Jeez, 18. Whew. Whew. Right, and then we're just going to make 9, because I think you only need 1 per 2 power cells. Right, so. Part of the plan is always to make what we're doing here a little bit on the aesthetic side, right? I think, just looking at this, that we may end up not actually having any sort of visual facade for the energy there, just because the space is going to be a bit on the awkward side. In fact, looking at this, we're pretty much going to have to take those blocks across, tidy that space up. There ain't going to be much to see there. So where are you going to see the status of the power of our battery? I don't know. It feels like there's going to be another room over here. I feel like this is going to pull me into doing some base building, and I don't mind that, but I would like to advance our other things first. So what we'll do now is temporary, and we'll move this stuff around later. So we're going to go and put down 1, 2, 3, and I'm not going to have them touch one another deliberately. We need our wrench from the same mod. Electric Inferno says Anasuma doesn't notice it. What did I not notice? Okay, RF tools, the wrench. The one and only. Side input, beautiful. That is what we want. Side input. Side output. I don't think we need an output, we just need input. Hey, we could kind of like use that aesthetically maybe as part of the roof or the bank. I don't know. We've got a long way to go with this project, but it would appear that everything is good. Right, so we're draining 2000 at the moment. So we might have an upper limit of bandwidth. Now, these things should be able to deal with 2000, right? I guess the deal is it's drawing more than 2000. Only one magma crucible running, but that's fine. It's really for looks. And they're all just kind of stuck there. That one is going down, okay. Wonder how these channels up the top here. We might change the receivers so we end up with 8 of them eventually, because I think there might be something funky going on. Anyway, look at that. We filled it all up, and now we're 1,850. Not bad. The capacitor can only output 2000 RF per tick. Ah, disco, that might be why. And it has a max input of 2000 when we generate 5000, right? So we need to make the capacitor bigger. But for now, well, we will do that. But for now, we need to learn how to link 2 of these together. So if I come over here, no, I do that, and then you do something then. Okay, so I don't need to do anything there. Unlinked. Do I just click on it like this? ID 4? Do I click on it again with another one? I'm trying to remember. That? Yeah, got it. Okay. Right, so now this is ID 4, and I believe with another power cell in another location, we will make it ID 4 as well. Hey, those feral, they ain't doing their thing down here, man. It's dark down here. I don't like it. Oh, I know why. It's because of line of sight, right? Ah, so there's a downside to it. We kind of need to put one of those lanterns in this area and then in the area below. Interesting. Well, I can put one down here in our ugly area and not even worry about it. Line of sight enabled. Let's just quickly check. Looks like it hit that thing. See you later. Oh. Oh, no. No, it made this darker here as well. Or does it like reset it so it's I think it resets it so it slowly lights up again. Yeah, that feels like that's what's happening right now. Okay. Weird lighting system. I'm pretty sure there's a stream every day, says Electric Inferno. There is. There'll be one tomorrow, and there'll be one Sunday, and then after that, I actually don't know if I'm going to continue the streak for much longer, but possibly we'll see what happens. Okay, so down here, this thing needs... Where does the energy actually go in? It's over here. Okay, so we want to no longer rely on this, and that's powering tiles up there, but we'll come back to that later. Okay, I want this thing to run from the power cell now. So we're going to put that there, open it up, and put in our linked card there. And it is now linked to the other one, and it is delivering power to the energy acceptor and into the energy cell. So, project for infrastructure upgrade, I'm going to open up my note list, and we're going to start making a list of things that we need to do in the area. Okay, so one of them is going to be to craft a higher AE2 energy cell. We need a better one, but we're not going to do it right now. Okay, just keep your notes for the future. Joel Reach is resubscribed for 4 months, saying never really got into modded, but I'm always happy to support you, man. Well, dude, stick around a little bit and maybe try and enjoy some of what you see. Modded's a really tricky one to get into. As a hardcore vanilla player, I have struggled with modded many times, gotten into it, burned out. It's a different beast, but if you can see what the beast itself is, it can be a fun challenge too. That's what I find anyway. I'm in the right mindset to play a little bit of modded at the moment as well. As you can see, things are really quite different from vanilla. Okay, so we managed to do that, and it's storing 2000, so it's storing it over here and over there. Next thing we're going to hook up, I believe, might just be... Ooh. What if we just put it on the roof? No, wait, no, that wouldn't make any sense. There'd be no connection to it. I want one in here to work with... Oh, you see, this is interesting because I like the way that... Well, actually, this can run off of that system for now. We're gonna reduce our dependency on those nodes is kind of the idea. I'm gonna just plant a couple down here so they connect to stuff because we disconnected some a moment ago. Yeah, we're going to try and decrease our dependency on those nodes. So I think, just looking around here, the next thing, I guess we kind of want to make sure this has got power for our quarries. So I am going to put our next power cell there, and that's a little bit on the... Like, not so in... That's temporary, I guess, is what I'm thinking. Okay, so over here we need 2 power cells. We chuck one in. We then link it. So ID number 5 will then go to that block you saw a moment ago. And it will also feed power in here. So our main power system is now supported by the other one. Let's set all out to all sides so it outputs into there. So now we can go and turn on the quarries in the deep dark and start our next project, which I'm really looking forward to. And I'm going to... Wait, that's the wrong place. I'm going to need your input on it, peeps. I'm going to need your input. Ka-cha! Get wrecked in the face, buddy. No battery output was configured, says Tsobi. Oh, did I miss something there? Okay, that's fine. We can go and fix it. Asuma, do you think you'll ever do a custom mod adventure? They're fun to watch and you can get really creative with them. By custom mod adventure, what do you mean with that? Just a modded series on YouTube? Because I'm certainly now more inclined to go in that direction again after playing this. Enjoyed this one. So I remember this one here needed a power cell. No, it's not called a power cell, is it? Is it? It's called a transmitter. And then one of the adjacent ones would have needed it. And I don't see one here, so I'm going to chuck it there. Okay, should mean that this is mining, and it is. Brilliant. So, we only took 2 offline. That one's still online. Let's check the status of them. Done mining. Yeah, okay. Right. For another day, we will reset deep dark miners. In fact, I think we're going to let the other 2 finish doing their job before we do that. That zombie got wrecked by kindness, says Ninjake. That is completely and utterly true. Yes, it did. Basically, you create your own mod and play it however you like, says Animations. Oh, I won't. I don't even know how to create a mod. Nah, I won't do anything like that. Taki says, just came back. Did X finish the upgrades? The upgrades have been done. They've been done diddly done. Hire a developer, says Electric Furno. Oh, so easier said than done. I've worked with mod developers before. Development is a tricky thing to find the right people and to figure out how to work together. So, yeah, it's not as straightforward as just hiring one. I touched on that earlier, you know, development is a tricky game. Okay, Real Gaming says that's more of a Tango thing. Definitely a Tango thing, isn't it? Okay, right. We are going to go build a facility over in this area, and it is going to be for automatically processing our ores. Now, I would like suggestions in chat, but what I'm leaning towards is just using pulverizers and redstone furnaces like we have here. We'll have an array of 8 of them, or however many fit into this space, and we'll design it to be kind of cool and quirky and all that stuff, right? So, do you peeps have any suggestions? Is what I need to know. Fix the power cell, says Azim. Yeah, let's go fix that power cell. It should be nice and simple. Should be nice and simple. Side input. Oh! Wait, no, what's wrong with it then? There is an input, so that is taking the power over to that place. What did I get wrong, peeps? Do you want all doubling or tripling and higher? I would really enjoy it if you could explain it to me, and then maybe... No, that's fine. That's giving power to it, right? Your ME control power cell is wrong. Is it? The ME one. What's the ME one? ME controller power cell. What? AE. Applied energistics. Isn't outputting. Oh. Oh, so we've just been... Okay. Huh. I saw the number changing and thought it was charging up, but it was charging down. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Okay. You know, I'm just wondering while we're here. Do we have... No, we don't have the drawers. Can I make them quickly, please? Can I make them quickly, please? Maybe that type? No. Oh. Actually, let's just type in wood. Yeah, no, I can do this quickly. How many do we need? It would appear that we need 12, right. And then we'll make him into those. Oh! Well then, that'll do. And we must get the lock key. There it is. So, what about that doubling of ores? Is there something relatively simple I can get into, or is it going to be a rabbit hole? I'd like to avoid the rabbit hole, basically. Not in the rabbit hole kind of mood today. Because we can do something with thermal pretty quick and smart, I think. The more ingots you get out of one ore, the more rabbit holey, says Cuplex. Makes sense. Can you point me in the right direction of what it is I would have to do? Maybe, because I might have already done it before in another mod. Okay, mechanism is a mod that I would probably want to avoid. A small rabbit hole, says Tolbers Games. Cuplex. I'm asking how you do it. Like, where do I start? Look, what do I start looking at? How do I figure this out? It doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I'm just curious. Like, let's learn. I think one of the things that tends to be a part of it is this stuff, pulverize. So maybe that's a way in. Like, maybe we can see the block that does the tripling or something. So a sag mill gives you 2 plus chances to get other things. Maybe we should use Ender IO and do something different, right? Because then we can get some more things from it, apparently. Ore doubling from mechanism is crusher to smelting. Ore tripling is the oxidizer thing. Oxidizer, do we even have that here? Sounds like it might be a bit much. Okay, so oxidizer. Where is that block? All I'm seeing is other stuff. Oxidizer, chemical oxidizer. Uses. It will take sulfur, it will take sulfur dust. So it's lithium, these things. So what is it? Is it the liquid that gets used in the process? This doesn't look like it's figure-outable. Okay, apparently there's something called an enrichment chamber. Basic enriching factory, advanced, elite. Okay, what's it doing here? Dirty tin dust. Where do you get that from then? Tin clump. Purification chamber. Ah, now it makes a little sense. So you make a purification chamber, and it looks like you need to provide flint with the ore to create a clump, and then you purify the clump. Yeah, that doesn't seem particularly exciting considering how grindy it is. So I think we'll just make an array out of these blocks here. That seems to make the most sense. Now, I want it to look clean and cool and be activating and doing stuff, you know. So let's grab our building blocks. I'm just going to use something as a bit of a framework here. So let's say we take the basalt that we got there, the basalt wall, and we make it like that, so it comes up into this part of the base. I think that'll look fine from over here. It can go all the way up to the roof and connect with that just like it is on that side. So it gives us this big block of space, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks wide. So we'll make 7 of each and have an array that's displayed kind of perhaps indented like this. Now I also had this idea that we could display some metals as well. So let's say we put those blocks into this sort of space. I think I need a little bit more actually. Then up the top here, or somewhere around here, I like the idea of having one of each type of block that gets processed in this space. Now, if I also do it here, we will have Ender IO conduits in the space at the back here that can move the things about, which is probably not actually going to be a lot of stuff to get moved. Then we'll use Ender chests at either end, input and output. Then output will obviously go into storage. Input will come from storage, and we'll use filters that allow us to put in more ores. So we're probably going to use these things so we can put 16 in each one. How does that sound? You need way more pulverizer if you want one for one type, says Cuplex. One type of what? I think I don't know why I'd need more than 7. I mean, unless you think we're going to have too many materials coming through. But that's what I want to do with that space there. We've yet to really do anything with these 2 spots at the front of the base. So let's get into it. We're going to make all those upgrades again as well, probably. Put them on the highest level and all that stuff. So we got the crusher. No? That's the crucible. It's the pulverizer. Let's grab that and make 7 of them. Or not. What do you need? Pistons? We got them. Bam. 7 pulverizers. 7 smelty things. I don't even know what they're called. Redstone furnaces? Induction smelters? Is there something that we should be using better than these 2 together? I don't know. Redstone furnace, says Cuplex. Well, we'll stick to that then. 2, 3, what are we missing? Bricks. Or just... Yep, we got them. We got them. And now we got none. Because I used them all. Okay, there we go. 7 and 7. Looking nice. We will need upgrades, but we can upgrade them from the front. So now we're just going to build out the system. So I'm thinking it might be nice to have like a slope, and then you see it a block from the slope. But if you're standing here, will it be imposing? I think it looks okay. Remember, this is going to be made out of basalt as well. Kind of looks alright. Now I really like the idea of using RF screens somewhere around here, so maybe we'll create like a little display that tells you how much power it's using. So the power cell for this the power cables will simply run through all of this. So there'll be an ender chest there. We'll probably just put it in the middle. And maybe end up putting one on top and one below. Okay, so. Gotta go link these up. Pulverizer needs a secondary output. Upgrades redstone furnace with processing speed. Watch out for some secondary items. Cinnabar, niter, etc. says Tolbo Games. I believe I have a solution for that. So, yeah, good suggestion. But I think we can cope with it. What we might not cope with is the compact nature of the space it's in. It might be tricky to get in there. Okay. Input. Output. No. You're supposed to be the input. Jeez, I don't know. It's an input. Yeah. Okay, we link. We're linked. I'm not sure if you need to keep the other card in there, actually, now I think about it. But anyway. Over here we go. And we make that the output. And then we need some conduits. Lots and lots of conduits. You can have multiple power cells in the same networks as channels, says Striker Rocker. Good to know. I kind of want to keep each thing on its own channel to begin with, and then maybe we have like display screens telling you what's going on with them, but we could end up running stuff off of the same channel, who knows. Okay, so we're going to go into conduit, and we don't have any of the conduits we need, which is fine. Okay, I think we might just wrap it up there, because we're going to get deep into this. It's going to take our time, but essentially Ender IO network around the back here to deal with items going in and out. Ender chests from our storage system, power from that, and we decorate it, and we've got ourselves like an auto furnace for all those ores coming in. Tobert Games says, I love these longer streams. I'm glad you're enjoying them, dude, but I kind of got other things I need to crack on with, right? This is where we're wrapping this one up. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to hit the follow button. Thank you everyone for your support. I appreciate all of the resubscribing, the subscribing, donating and cheering. I thank you all. We're going to do a raid now. Thank you to all of my patrons as well. Appreciate ya. Who are we going to do a raid on today? Ren Diggity Dog is doing something. I think it's modded. I don't know. Actually, no. I think he's on Hermitcraft. Anyway, we're raiding Ren. So that's it from me, peeps. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.